Hello viewers, welcome to Dimapur 24/7. This is your reporter Wangtin Naga reporting from Hotel Saramati, Dimapur. Aji Dimapur 24/7 yete Hotel Saramati de ekta program working committee NNPG khanra organize kurise. Itudu hishugele do installation ceremony ekta takise 8 of February de. Aro itu program de leaders khanra takhala speech de kuise ki Nagalaga solution pawole nimide do ekta huigena groups hobi students body civil societies sub group ekta hoigena ishor laga hat pra strength mangigena takhan kam krishi kuledo pabo kugena inega kushi. For more details or informations karni aji lowa laga program or press conference to amikhan sai lobo.
Praise be to the name of God forever and ever. Wisdom and power are His. He changes times and seasons. He deposes kings and raises up others. He gives wisdom to the wise and knowledge to the discerning. He reveals deep and hidden meanings. He knows what lies in darkness, and light dwells with Him. I thank and praise you, God of my ancestors. सबसे आगे थे ईश्वर आकाश दुनिया बना दिया के दुनिया बात दिया से याते आजी इंस्टॉलेशन प्रोग्राम थे किमान मानु working committee leaders, members, civil society organizations pra kiman aise NGOs pra student leaders, media fraternity, our church workers, Dangor Chodo Kiman Aise, working committee on behalf pra सबके welcome करा से, आरो आखा से ईश्वर ही आजिला program भाल होगा दिबो. We are hoping and praying that this program will be a very, very successful one. Once again, I thank you for your presence. It's a beautiful day. We just had winter, and now we're about to have this spring season. This is a very good time to meet, discuss things, and also this is a wonderful time to have a program like installation program of our leaders. Thank you. Ajila program briefly koi dibo. I believe all of us have program sheet in our hands, so I'll be very brief. Working Committee NNPG installation ceremony, that 8 February 2025, time 11, venue Hotel Saramati. Chair, apni kan osore khara kora ase. Foundational prayer, Isak Sumi MRL, NSCN, GPRN K. Introduction, National Anthem, Oriental Theological Seminary, OTS. Spiritual insights on Nagaland for Christ, followed by Consecration of Leaders. Reverend Dr. Sedevilie Angami, Founding Director, Shalom Prayer Center, Rangapahar, Dimapur. Acknowledgement speech. General Dr. M.B. Neokpao, President, GPRN U and Convener, Working Committee NNPG. 2. P. Tikhak Naga, Auto Councillor and Working Convener, Working Committee NNPG. 3. Colonel Retired Isak Sumi, Auto Councillor and Working Governor, Working Committee NNPG. Solidarity messages, 5 minutes each from NGOs and civil society representatives. Word of gratitude. Mr. Wangtin Naga, President, NSCN, GPRN R. Benediction, Inika Takishe. This is more or less like a prayer house for us today. So, Manapi, meditatively, Aro, Isor, Lokote Saigina, program Paradatu, Kata Guribo, Idunimte. Please pay attention. Let's listen to what our leaders have to say. Aro itu Hesabra program Hugh Guribo.
Sopse akete isolakan nam ojak widias. Jadi Working Committee NNPG leader kan, member kan, civil society kan, jadi interest leader kan. Kalau jadi keman hiding official, hiding authority keman tak biasa. सब लोग सलाम करने दिए उठाने पिछले कोबरे मन होने पे हमें काव पड़ा न पारे पिछले मानव जाने की ना से अच्छे हमारे को Working Committee NNPG लगा कैंपेन हरी दिशे खां पकी दिशे ऐसे खुशी पैसे आरो थैंक्स दिए से ईश्वर का अपना होपो बारे मुआन मिलाए के ना मुआन तंगल होए के ना नाका तागी के ना अकेले चाबरे पूरे बो हमें भी मुआन तंगो ऐसे लाश तागी बो अब रखन पे Itong isa modap TV. Ito amakan kisim laka party fixem bisyase. Kobre bi solam naka agete. Kamen India ro hamji nakal ko solam. Ene ka thakiase. Oleh kami dah 51 years sahaja, anda kau anda prinsip dah sahaja. Kita ni sekolah dah. Amahan misal lagi kita ada kopi, macam mesti kan berai, tantang kori boti. Nak apa kan berai. Amahan tu jadi miladi. Oleh itu ada oleh itu kan noh kita akai itu lepas jabo. Amakan kita mansuru pabrik kani, nakam mano tukra pak kuri kena khabre nyumde, akai itu mansuru kita lagu. Amakan ini kita mansur nabala, akai de, ami thenglo bo, ami hal lo bo, ami mata lo bo, cuci de lo kini ka. Itu tu nohoi, ami puji boleh palado. Itu kan naga mana sok jana mano nejana mano public leader maike moda sok kali itu mangso ake kita berarti thore bolati itu kan abahal laga hapna naga mano laga napok tak ikil ko takke para mon milai kita ake jabo civil society kan boleh be, angels kan boleh be, tribal kan boleh be, motak tigna, mon tango kuri tigna akhirnya cabe, patana kuri tebe, kira kami kata pada itu Chana Tiasi. Thank you.
First of all, I would like to thank God for giving me this opportunity and to be in the midst of you all. Moments like this are very rare when we all get together. And I have a very strong faith and belief that this must be a plan of God and plan with a purpose so that we all can come together and move forward. I also like to take this opportunity to thank the leaders of the working committee and the members of the working committee and NPG for giving me this wonderful opportunity to shoulder the responsibility as a working convener. And I would like to ensure all our Naga men and women, intellectuals and leaders, civil society organizations, that I will put on all my efforts to the best of my ability for the good and welfare of the Naga people. I also have full faith and confidence in the veteran leader who has been selected as the convener of the working committee and NPG, that we will be able to overcome all our shortcomings and succeed in our objective. Friends, unfortunately, as our convener has already mentioned, that today actually we are really once again we are in a crossroad. Okay? But we must know that we and we alone can help ourselves. We should not expect others to come to our rescue. General Aung San, who was instrumental in the liberation of Burma, said, I'll just quote him, "We cannot bank our hopes on possibilities. We must put our trust in ourselves, in our capabilities and efforts and strength and preparation, not only for our success, but even to avoid our own defeat. Therefore, it is important for us to retrospect where we have went wrong, so that corrective measures can be taken. We have to work hard and believe in ourselves that we can come together and resolve the matter once and for all. We should also not fall into the trap of certain people who are engaged in accumulation of wealth, because they are looking at this Naga political movement as an opportunity and not as a duty and responsibility. One of the renowned preacher, probably sometime around 4th or 5th century, his name was Saint Augustine. He is also known as the father of Latin churches. He said, pray as though everything depends on God, but work as though everything depends on you. We have to work. Unless if we work, unless if we engage in ourselves, unless if we put effort, no results will come out. The differences among us has taken a huge toll on our people, far and wide, irrespective of people, clan, tribe, area. Not to talk about the Nagas in Eastern Nagaland. The situation there, they are really in a very bad shape. So also the Nagas in Southern Nagaland. Today, that area which is under Arunachal Pradesh, the 3 districts in Arunachal Pradesh, where from I come, the situation here is equally bad, equally pathetic. So also is the situation in, the Southern Nagaland. My area is Northern Nagaland. Even there, the situation is grim. And I don't think there is any difference here in Nagaland as well. That means we are all suffering. We are all suffering. Although we have managed to stop violence by the grace of God and through the active support of the Forum for Naga Reconciliation, but there is no marked change in the sufferings of the people. I believe time has come for us to seriously ponder to bring an end to these sufferings. And for this, it is important that we have the right understanding of the issue and identify the fault line. And secondly, our intention should be clear. Our intention should also be pure. Dr. Martin Luther has said, where the means we seek should also be as pure as the ends. We keep on talking about Nagaland for Christ. But at the same time, we equally also engage in forceful collections, extortion, this and that, and all other deceit means. Is it not a contradictory to our slogan? The third important thing is to give right efforts. Friends, we may be giving the best of our efforts, but if those efforts are not put, if we fail to put those efforts correctly, it may not lead us to a desired results. We are deeply concerned about the future of our people, and therefore, let us put our hearts, our minds, and soul together and prayerfully ask for God's divine intervention. And also at the same time, let us put all efforts to come to a common understanding. I, in my capacity as a working convener, will be always ever ready to sacrifice my time, my energy, my resources, whenever and wherever it is needed. And I once again seek your support and cooperation at all times. Otherwise, history will have to record. Please listen carefully. History will have to record that the greatest tragedy of this period of social transition was not the strident clamor of the bad people, but the appalling silence of the good people. So once again, I appeal to all my brothers and sisters that we cannot remain silent and let the suffering continue. In the end, I would like to wind up my speech by quoting Henry Ford, who said, "Coming together is the beginning." As today we have come together, this is the beginning. But we also have to keep it together. Only if we keep it together, then only we will be progressing. And lastly, it says, coming together is the beginning, keeping together is progress, working together is success. And therefore, I invite all the Naga people, men and women, leaders, intellectuals, civil society organizations, that we should all come together and try to resolve the issue. Thank you so much. God bless all. Kugnalim.
Partana, iso laga blessing invoke role ni laga program takise. Itu political dialogue bisi role laga taganai. Bahwa partana kudise iso pra amikan keso. Tani diwo bogena amikan laga kola reverend bisi thanks our respect diase. Amikan laga working committee leaders kan. Aro alat organization laga leaders kan. Nun ahikena amikan lago blessing den milai diwala ahishe. Software respect diase. Kuanisina amikan Bishi Nagalaga struggle through more than 7-8 decades ho jaise. Itebi amikan clarity not hakigena. Here I started where I say to clarity not hakigena kam kora kan ki bishi thakise. Choto moto kam te bi amikan opposition to ahi thake. To amikan Nagaland for Christ amikan laga mati to jisu nimide koi kana kam kora de Satan tu ji hole bi amikan ke sukul lenga thakise itu Satan pra itu ke amikan ke soron khilawa nimide to lohbai kana to kam tu kora ase bahal kurole ji hole bi opposition tu thakibo itia amikan kitebi Israel logo itu biya kan tu hatai dibi kole laga partner tu provo na paro moi laga understanding te kila mari tu dunia khatam nohata tu bahal aro biya tu laga itu thakibo le ase amikan pra partner kurole laga moi laga understanding hesab te tu kuntu misa ase kuntu deception ase itu tu expose to dibi. Let us not be swayed away by lies and deception. Amikan usa naga nimite usa jisin nimite kam kurakan ke Biafra, Misapra, American ke Modukabi, Koikana, Patana Prulehi Balasniki, Noikana, American Isopra, Ahikana, Biakan Sop, Hatai Digana, Kali Bahali Rakit Moiki, Watu itu Dunia to in practical Sniki. Aro, American life to, there is nothing permanent in life. The life itself is transient. The leaders come, the leaders go. How about the position may remain, the chair may remain. The position, the leadership, it is an opportunity to serve. Amikan manutu kite murubo, kite hibo, kite jabo inika dunia laha nimhi ase. Share our leadership to inika time to time leadership change to red. Amikan itu leadership, itu position to manu ke serve grow nimite. Jisi ke serve grow nimite itu tu amikan ke opportunity dia laha ase. Itu pra as a leader, as the one occupying the chair or the position, how much can we give? How much can we sacrifice? Apni leader kura, ami leader kura. Apni chair de boha, apni position de boha. Ami kiman dibo parbo. Ami kiman sacrifice kura parbo. Rather than trying to exact, rather than trying to take, rather than trying to receive. Itu pra ami kan naga struggle bi. Kiman manu pra opposition thaki kena. Noile alag forces pra ami kan ke disappoint kurole, ami kan ke discourage kurole, ami kan ke choto banawale inika everyday struggle ase, everyday challenge ase. We are not fighting against flesh and blood, but against the spiritual forces, spiritual realm in the heavenly places. Ami kan khali mangso ke politics ke noe, hole pi ami kan sukupra ke no dekha laga forces bishi loko kheli ase. Itu pra manu pra spiritual itu evil forces pra amikan ke choto banai duele laga thakishe kole bi amikan hi ki de khara gora se itu isor laga manjur pra asena nai nijor ke self realization thaki ke na amikan gideon nishina 300 without sword and weapons ikuno chagai ke na torch pra laser very ke na 300 soldiers, more than 185,000 Midianites can get defeat. If we are to compare ourselves to the Indian mighty forces, we are nothing. American get let us not rely on the strength of human. Let us not rely on the understanding or the wisdom of the human being. Let us rely on the strength, on the wisdom of God. American to Biakam Gorakan spirit not haga, no lebi evil spirit pragay gora. Idol worshipper can get it. Commit Gurikana Taikan Lama Istorka Mangikana come to success correctly. Do we ourselves as a soldier of Christ? American Nagaland for Christ Lava itu Usap Prabi Bujikana Isro Lava strength Mangikana come to universal God, the God of truth, the God of the spirit. Itu pura kita kan akan kena carone ki, kau kena, ami jangan nimite, kau kena, ami muncul kepi ini kau kena, ami kan itu sharing kau parasnya. Aromoi, ekta, aroi ini kau kata boleh mom thaka tu. I think the answer might be right in front of us, but all along for the last 70, 80 years, we have been evading ourselves from that answer. Kila mana we have all along been full of ourselves. In 178 years, why have we all along been missing the opportunity to resolve this issue? Because all along, we have all been full of ourselves. Nijor keri bakna gura, nijor labai bakna gura, hodai nijor nimite, ami tu lap asana na, ami tu bawal asana na, hodai sob leader pra, sipai tak tani keno, hodai nijor nimite, ini ka bakna, ini ka kam gura ahija pra, ami kan 70, 80 years to, ami kan wastage to nowhere. It's a training for all of us. We will need a lot of commitment and sacrifice led by the leaders. Itu pra amikan mon miligena isuri amikan laga answer ase. Truth amikan laga answer ase. Amikan laga reverend pra kanishna. Compassion, love, humility, forgiveness. Itu amikan itu laga quality amikan imbue grow up arigena amikan mon miligena kam kurse itu answer de ekdom usorde thakishene ki nijor lokoi thakishene ki itu pra Kiman in this very trying and challenging times, Biafra pura, Chapawale pura, Kushis pura lakate. Let us feel honored to be a part of this struggle where we have been given the honors the responsibility of not only glorifying Christ, but to serve our people and to secure the future of our people. I think we have been the most privileged people to be a part of this struggle. Therefore, despite all the kimanu pra kimang, ami kan laga no puncha laga koi dhakilebi. Ami kan to itu hi opportunity ase koi gena usa nijo laga weakness to ki ase itu identify kulo gena. Ami kan bi hodai nijo laga right no koi gena alak laga right pi alak kan pra ba laga pi honi sai gena oh ami ekla no heto ami ekla pra to no parbo to. Dosra pi mili gena dosra laga right pi dosra laga suffering pi dosra laga longing pi ki ase ami kan accommodative spirit thaki gena ekjon mili gena isor logo hi Christ laga principle de best bring gena kam kore age jaise kole tu isor bije kole pi ami kan laga naga manu ami kan leaders kan naga laga future ki isor pra bachai di hone ki nohle to ami kan alag rasta tu option tu na thake ne ki koi gena so aha kan ke itu time goi di gena aro Ram Nisina, American, he for a variable, Imam Kumjur Manu Holipi, American trust to. We will try our best collectively to fulfill the aspiration of our people through our sincere hard work. Ito pra, American Moon, Bilikin na kam, kaya age jabo, we're gonna push it time with us. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is the might, the strength of the Naga people. Where Naga people always longs for free nation, and this gathering here shows that Naga people will be a free people. Thank you, Chair. My respect to the presidents of all Naga political groups. My respect to the Atoki launchers of all the groups. My respect to all the rank and files, the CSO leaders, media friends, and not forgetting, my two colleagues are also here today. Our Assistant General Secretary, Kenny Lokent, please stand on evidence so your face to congregation. Our Games and Sports Secretary, Sedevilie Angami from Angami. My president have sent his apologies that he could not come and attend this program because he was prior engaged in other program. So he sent his apology. Today, we can see this historic moment. The Naga Student Federation extend heartfelt congratulations to all the newly installed leadership of the Naga National Political Groups. This occasion signifies the continuity of our struggle for a dignified and honorable political settlement. As we stand to witness the new phase of leadership, the NSF urges the Naga political groups and all the groups to place above all the collective aspirations of our people. The sacrifice of our forebears demand that we rise above the narrow interests and demonstrate the statesmanship required to forge a unified path towards an inclusive and honorable solution. Today, I will be little blunt, will be little straightforward in speaking to our leaders. I extend my apologies before even I say anything to all of you. I think today, as our elders, all of you have to bear and witness what our youth and the student communities are really aspiring for. if we have to go back to the histories, since the formation of the Naga Club 1918 and submission of the representation to the Simon Commission 1929, and after which formation of NNC in 19 June 1946 at Waka, and the plebiscite on 16 May 1951, and the hoisting of our Naga national flag on 22nd March 1956 at Parashan in Chiminu. We all have witnessed the history way back, and that signifies that Naga people are a free people. But today I want to remind our elders here, the congregation here, where are we heading today? Are we not so much divided that we are not able to come over a table and discuss one issue for the aspirations of the Nagas? I think this is one of the most challenging towards the aspiration of towards the cause of the Naga people. Today, I think we have to retrospect what our forefathers, our leaders have already imprinted in our history. We talk about the agreement that we have signed with the Indian government. We have two agreements, whether we like it or not. Naga need only one agreement, one solution. That Naga people are a sovereign people. But our Indian government, our enemies are trying so hard that they are trying to divide the Naga people into pieces. And that is the sad reality. I think it's time for us. We build a strong pillar. We come together under one umbrella to decide the future of the Naga people. Today, you guys have grown old, but tomorrow, the younger generation, where are we going to go forward? As our sir have already stated, we are in the crossroad. And it's time for us to think it over and come under one umbrella and discuss over a table for one solution. The enemies are trying so hard to pump and to shoot money from the barrel today. But I think the materialistic that they are giving cannot decide the fate of the Naga people. We want to remind you that lots of souls have been sacrificed, and that cannot be compensated through money or through any materialistic that they provide us. Nothing than a freedom or a sovereign state that the Naga people will have to take it. That I want to remind our leaders today, those who are in the talk. Today, the Naga people claim that we are in two nations, four states. And today, I want to inform you from the part of the Office of Naga Student Federation that NSF have went for a tour in our South Nagaland. Today, the government India, they are trying to fence the border between the Nagaland. I think we have to think over it, and all the Naga political groups have to be serious.
Naga kurbo. Ami Naga man kani kharbo, khara kurkina. Naga man right kurbo kurna. Koi thakala generation ko generation. I think it is very much necessary that it should be instilled in the minds of all the young generation. The feeling of patriotic, the feeling of the Naga. Poila na bidu mun kuna jeshna ama gwa khantra. Hat uthai digina partner kola bidu mun ko jeshna. Bosida aisha kite gaur marabo, kuta marabo, guru marabena, partner ko digina. Ami khan nagar me kani partner ko dala. Itu khala ama boro ko jeshna. There is something lurking behind. And when we are pulling among us, there is one bigger enemy who is happily watching us learning outside. It is very much important that we need to understand each other's differences and respect each other's problem and come together. The Naga people need one solution and one Naga flag. I was told that Naga flag was not made by human being, but it was a divine gift by God. A rainbow after a storm. Rainbow picture there, storm picture the rainbow. Naga National picture there. At the end of the dark, there will be a light. It has a rainbow after a storm. 6 edges star of Bethlehem on the top corner of the flag. I mean, come to Israelite Krishna. Israel man get chosen Krishna. Naga man get chosen. I say it reflect the Krishna. Blue background. Honesty, courage, beauty, prosperous, and the presence of God in the Nagas. Nagaland for Christ, who divided us? We don't know who divided us. But we hope and believe that a young leaders, a student, and many upcoming generation will love to be a Naga army one day. As you come to, nobody is proud to call themselves a Naga army. Where is that Naga flag that you always carry? We don't see much. I think it has become more like the mafias rather than the Naga National Workers Army. Forgive me for being very blunt, but I think it is very much necessary that the younger generation should speak. That the Naga political issue is not only for the Naga, but for a Naga like us. That nobody will authorize us to speak for the Nagas, but it is my responsibility to speak for the Nagas. I am very proud today to be standing here and to be standing in front of our NSF, who is always carrying one of the torchbearers of the Naga political movement. Inclusiveness. I think I'm also one of the most fortunate persons when I was in Delhi. Delhi boy gena, mangi boy na khai gena, Naga man flag lay gena. 10,000 Naga man NSF kan. Ida demo Delhi presentation. Boy na khai to Naga flag to jai gena. Parliament PM office tak MOU certification. There were so many hiccup, pool, division among the factions. But the Naga Student Federation stood firm and they inclusive hobol again. Inclusive hobol again. So Naga political to agi loi ja sa question. Naga army khan bra jai no khataw ka sa question. So Naga political issue agi loi jabo Naga movement kana agi loi jabo to NSF kan student leader kan to inclusive group like mount ekta thake bola kina wa se to kile da faction kan da division game division. I think we should all go beyond our greed, beyond our own personal benefit. Our Naga people, younger generation can patriotic thing can I should Naga people to achieve that all the Nagas, we have the right to speak. We have the right. It's not only a Naga political army movement, but it should be a public movement. I need to public movement Naga political issue to go na ani na bagnas ami student leader as only ani to hoday Naga flag amla officer rakhe denis office ani rakhe man kan hatai ni koi model na hatai ami bidur man ase ko ami bidur man hoy already ami Naga flag Naga issue to model khara ko khata ko na mai rakhe man bra Naka Independence Day office na rakhi ko ba? Ami tumala office. Tala sabi mari kina ami to Naga hospital. I think it is our responsibility to hand over such kind of mission to the younger generation. Koanishna, people will come and go, but this aspiration of the Nagas will always be on. Sometimes I'm very blunt, but I speak with heart, not mind. And I think when it comes to Naga political issue, Dimapur, Montra, Loija Shibutu, Bishichibu, Akasi, and I think that Tagato Ami, Mr. Koshibito, Morombra, Mapchadibi, I believe that it will take, you take this as a moment of blessing. Aro, my sincere prayer and thoughts and support to all our leaders who have instilled to lead the Nagas. May God bless you. God bless the Nagas. Good night. Thank you.
Prayer. Why I say hallelujah, praise the Lord. This program is nothing but only to praise the God and thank Him, because He have given us new leaders. I'm very happy to see all of you, particularly the young student leaders. Yes, we have met our leaders, but I feel it may be incomplete. Are you also meeting like me? That's how we have brought our leaders to the God. He's a throne of grace, so that God will anoint them, and our Reverend have consecrated them, so that they will change their personality, their capability, their dynamic quality, like once King David changed after his anointing. Same thing with King Solomon. Once he was consecrated, even his voice also changed, the Bible says. We have our leaders, but we need God's consecration and anointing, and this is the program we are here today. First of all, I thank the program committee for calling me to say a word of gratitude. Of course, right from 21st April 2024 last year, we had to have a very bad time. Every single meeting we had a very tough conversation and debate, because our vote had been already signed right after impeachment of one time Atukinonso Benese Unification, Mr. Nkidui. From day one, we tried our best to bring everything into total understanding and reconciliation. That's how we have taken almost 12 months' time, hoping that Mr. Nkidui may come to the understanding. In fact, we have delayed for almost more than 10 months, waiting him. As a human being, we have differences among us. But ultimately, all the NNPG feel that there should be a leader. He has been in peace from his own organization, not only as Atogalonzo, but also as convener. So we cannot put him as a convener again. Therefore, we have decided to offer him the position of advisor, thinking that he would come and lead us again. But there was no good response from our leader side, and another NNPG floated. Few months ago, one Nagaland minister said 28 political group. These 20 political groups should come together and help us. Sometimes I feel annoyed, and I really hate myself. I'm not hypocrite. I had several discussions with my wife that should I resign from this movement? Should I resign as president of one group? But again, I thought, who will replace me? I can be minister, I can be KU president, I can be ENPO president, I can be anybody, NGO leader. But none of them can be me. They can take my place, but they cannot be me. That's how sometimes I have decided to quit this position. Ultimately, I have decided, no, I should wait for the friend to understand the ground reality. I feel ashamed to be freedom fighter. I really hate me because of the situation. One leader said, who stays? When Naga freedom fighters, Naga army visited some villages. The villagers have saluted them, prepared meal, have a good prayer, respect and honor. This time, if any of the group visit any village, you will never see any respect and honor. Simply curse. The curse of the people happened. Our own creation. The creation of the Naga National Leaders who have keep on creating the floating more. There was a time when only two NSCN exists. NSCN IM and NSCN K. Of course, NNC Federal also existed. The people had a big hope, thinking something might happen, something would happen. But when the peace, the environment of peace arrived at, we feel secure and keep on creating faction after faction, faction after faction, fearing nobody. So our respect and honor all gone down. No more. I want to thank the leaders of different civil society, the student body, for your participation in this program from wide and far. And we also thanked ODS students for your very sweetest and melodious song of Naga Anthem. We have made a friend. Without you, program will not be a complete one. On behalf of NNPG, I want to thank our Reverend Dr. Sedevilie for wonderful consecration program and insight message of God. Thank you so much, Mr. Zhimo, who is also the Secretary of NNPG, that you have led this program to the end. As I told you, right from 21st April last year, we had a very bad time. But I said, we have two brave guys, Mr. Tikhak Naga, and Mr. Isak Sumi, these two gentlemen have carried out all our responsibilities. These two gentlemen have given their, not only their time, but their resources. That's how we have fed on them. As one of our general has spoken, that I think probably about 50 years, 51, 2 years, he has spent his prime time, prime life for the nation. He become old. And many of these student leaders, you might have not attained even 40 years, but our leaders have spent 52 years in national service. We have so many qualified, educated people among NNPG. But we thought, no, we have our senior leader. She should be met as a queen. Not that he is qualified. Not that he is handsome and tall, but we should make him a leader. We have met him openly. At the same time, we have some thought that he alone cannot lead. Because there will be so many confrontations from enemies, particularly Indian side. So there should be someone who should assist them. So we have found two very young, energetic leaders, two philosopher of two NNPG federating group. So Mr. Tikhak Naga and Mr. Isak Sumi, philosopher. I really thank two of you that you can further sacrifice your time after spending almost 10 years for nothing. Only for criticism, condemnation, insult, you move around from place to place. But this time, when NNPG have decided that you too should assist our leader, you do agree that you will spend not only time, but also years. On behalf of NNPG, I thank two of you. Our leader, yes, he is one of the senior most leaders, but he may not know everything, he may not see everything, but we hope two of you can lead him. But my request to the leaders, not only to the Honorable Ato Kilonses, His Excellency the President, and Honorable Kilonses in Nagaland, we should come down. We should humble ourselves. I feel I am the less among all people. I respect everybody because I have seen everyone bigger than me, taller than me, much more civilized than me. So I feel myself the less human. We can win the heart of other people only by humble and honor. Unless we surrender some total of our respect, honor, and authority, I don't think nobody will welcome us. We should become smaller than the other leaders. We have so many factions. It was 28, but few days ago, two more groups floated. 30. I wish all the 30 groups should come together, and we should speak one voice. We should stand for only one cause. We have no issue. We have no individual issue. We have only one issue, that is Naga issue. I'm very happy that all of you patiently sit here for almost more than 2 hours. So, as one of the NNPG leader, I wish you should understand the agreed position signed by NNPG. Though NNPG have been again divided into two, we have only one paper, agreed position already signed, and that is the only practical document. Without ignoring our political and historical right of 1929 Saigon Convention Memorandum, 1947 14 August Naga Independence Declaration, and 16 May of Naga Plebiscite. Therefore, my friend, my sharing stop here. I wish all of us should stand together to bring all the Naga into one platform. Thank you so much.